Hello everybody, welcome to this playthrough for Pro Division with the tournament win here for the Night Sky tournament in Golf Clash the game. The video is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and before we start, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also visit golfclashtommy.com for more Golf Clash related content for free. Last but not least, get the best guides on the market by going to patreon.com/golfclashtommy, link directly in the description down below. Can we get this video up to 500 thumbs up? That would be amazing, and I will be very thankful for that. Follow the info box on the right hand side for the elevation / club distance adjustment, then also what club and ball that I do suggest you to play with. And as always, have in mind, you do not have to follow what I do suggest, but there is always a plan behind it. And as always in Pro, I go free to play ball basis. I'm using balls that you can get in chest or in golden shot without having to spend money on the game. So please have that in mind. In the end though, let's go to hole number 1. For hole number 1, we're gonna start with our quarterback, and here it's very important to look at what level you have. You play with 2 bars of topspin and then 3 bars of side spin to the right, and you play from absolute maximum distance. So for quarterback level 9, level 10, you're gonna play from the same distance as you have the same power. Half of the blue ring inside the rough to the right, and we adjust for maximum distance plus 10. Those of you playing with quarterback 7 or 8, once you have made your adjustment, you're gonna push up 1 ring to compensate for the less power you do have on your club. And we are playing with the quarterback to bring an accuracy to our shot, which means that we can hit great left or great right, and we will still be on the fairway no matter what. So, second shot is going to be played with our sniper. Once again, it doesn't matter what level you have your sniper with, as we're gonna be in minimum distance of our club, or at least close to it. Here, I'm putting the top of the yellow ring by the rough line with top spin that makes me go approximately 1 green square through the hole. And the reason we do want to go through the hole is because now when we adjust from a higher to a lower point, which means that we lose distance. Adjustment here, I do play this one 4% slider, which is 1 decimal above minimum distance with no elevation. Okay? And you can see here that even if I would be playing with minimum distance completely, I would still most likely miss left hand side on that shot. So the thing that I would recommend you to do is to play minimum distance minus 5%, and that is going to be closer to get that ball in the hole. A tough second shot, but I definitely do believe that we're going to have a very good chance making an eagle on hole number 1. For hole number 2, we're going to go with first adding 4 bars of backspin, very important. Then we do have the left side of the blue ring by the bunker and the left side of the red ring by the rough. And you can see that we are slightly right side of the pin, but that is something that you just need to ignore. We are once again looking for the blue ring by the bunker and red ring by the rough. Adjustment is going to be maximum distance plus 20, and I would recommend you to go with a slight 1159 in pull angle. And I don't really seem to see that I had that there, but that is at least what I want you to do. Perfect ball. And we're going to see this ball bouncing on the fairway, coming down towards the pin. Unfortunately, a little bit too much speed, and we jump in and out of the hole. So we do need to have that slight 1159, so we do make sure that we are not coming in too hot. You can play with whatever sniper you have, as we're not going to play in anywhere near max distance. For hole number 3, I'm gonna give you 2 options. One where we play conservative to the left and we're just gonna lay up, just do a normal drive. Here I want to have 4.5 bar topspin, 3 bars of side spin to the right. And you can see that I'm going with half of the red ring inside the rough to the right. I would, however, though, recommend to go with the yellow ring by the rough line instead. And you're gonna notice why. And here in the end, once we're done, we're gonna push up our club into absolute max, and then we're going to take our shot. Maximum distance plus 10 is our adjustment. But look here now, even though with a perfect ball, I'm getting dangerously close to the rough on the left. Sure, it works, but we don't want to play with that small margin. So move your initial starting position to have the right side of the yellow ring by the rough line to give you more room. Second shot is going to be played with the sniper, and here we play with a medium distance, no elevation in terms of adjustment. And have in mind that this could potentially change if you get your ball further to the right with your drive, so please have that in mind. When it comes to having a little tailwind for this shot, you need to leave the ball guideline a little bit short of pin. Approximately 1 green square short of pin is what I would like you to have. Adjustment is 7 rings for 7.5 miles per hour, which is very close to medium distance, no elevation. Perfect ball, and we can see the ball bounce, 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 and then it rolls and come nicely right at pin for a lovely albatross here for hole number 3. For those of you looking to play a more aggressive way, then you will like to watch the next upcoming video. For the more aggressive way of playing, I do want you to play with a power 5 ball. Why a power 5 ball? Is because I do want us to not go with any overpower. So if you do want to play with a power 3 ball, you can do so, but then you will have to play with overpower, and then you will risk more than what you will do with playing with a power 5 ball. So here, changing to a berserker. In the end, I'm using an extra mile level 8, and I'm using 3 backspin, 2 bars of side spin to the right. And the thing that I'm actually just doing is to position myself in a position where it is in complete max distance, pointing towards the fairway there on the right. Adjustment is going to be, as you can see here, the curl is going to be like around 90% of the ball outside the adjustment ring to the right. And as you can look here on the bounces, we could actually take off a little bit of curl to be more consistent. When it comes to wind that is below 8 miles per hour, you still need to go with a little bit of overpower, but that will be limited. So 1 ring of overpower if the wind is around 7 to 8 miles per hour. If it's below 7, then I would recommend to go with 2 to 2.5 rings of overpower. That is based on an extra mile level 8, which has 236 yards of power. Add an extra half a ring if you play with an extra mile level 6 or level 7 when it comes to overpower. But that's why it's called aggressive, because we are risking a little bit more than what we do on the left hand side, but the possibility for a drop should be a little bit better. Now for the adjustment, we are going to play this one with a Goliath. And we're gonna go, in this case, 1.5 bar left spin and then top spin to get the tip of the ball guideline to be approximately 1 green square short of pin. Now I'm having a little bit too much when it comes to top spin, and we're going to check this adjustment here. We are going to adjust for a 3.2 rings. Now I need to actually check here so I give you the correct adjustment, which is gonna be 1 decimal extra than minimum distance. So minimum distance plus 10 and add 1 decimal, and then you get the ball to bounce nicely into the rough. And unfortunately we do have too much topspin, otherwise we will get this one to drop as well for a nice albatross. For hole number 4, you will see 2 options. One where I do play with a sniper and one where I do play with a rocket level 10. First, we start with max side spin left and 4 bars of top spin. You can use a sniper level 8 plus. I do think you could use sniper level 7 as well, but I'm not sure. Now we do have top of the red ring by the rough line and left side of the red ring, or like bottom left, by the bunker. Adjustment with the ball guideline going through the hole is going to be medium distance with a 45% over adjustment. So you can see here that I will be adjusting an 8.4 rings for a 6.5 miles per hour. Made the adjustment, and then it's time to obviously focus and hit perfect. Perfect ball, and we will see the ball traveling down the air, bouncing into the rough, and then roll towards the pin. And in this case, for a lovely hole-in-one. So for those of you having rocket level 10, I would recommend to go with the option that comes now. For those of you playing with the rocket level 10, I would recommend this option more than I would do with the sniper, because now we pick a power 2 ball, the katana, and we do go here and play with, as you can see here, with in absolute minimum distance ball guideline to the hole, and I'm adjusting in this case 6.8 backspin. Okay, minimum distance with a 40% over adjustment. And here we're gonna see once that is time. Minimum distance plus 40. And we adjust that one. There we go. And then it's time to obviously try to hit perfect. The thing that's gonna happen here now is that we are going to hit the rough. And then we are going to get the ball to roll towards the pin. And you can see here that we are very, very unlucky not getting that one in the hole. Does that not take like a 720 or something like that? Maybe we could add maybe just a decimal extra, or maybe we can move ourselves smidge more to the left, but we also had a high wind. Just to cross check here when it comes to the spin, because it went really quick, and as I said 6.8 means that we cannot use a quarterback, and therefore we're gonna have in this case the rocket. So 6.8 backspin is what we're looking for, and once again it's only possible with the rocket level 10. So if you don't have the rocket level 10, you're gonna have to go sniper. For hole number 5, we're gonna go to the left hand side. This because we can then rely on playing with yardage notes. So I'm playing with a power 3 ball, this to prevent myself from having to push with overpower for my drive. I'm using a power 3 ball as already explained, and then we're gonna have to have 4.5 bar top spin, 2 bars of side spin to the left. You may be wondering why do I not play with a full 6 bar top spin with my extra mile level 8? It's because I do want to display this drive to suit drivers that do have 4.5 bar top spin, which is extra mile level 7 or below, for an example. And you know, otherwise we're gonna limit ourselves to 6 bar top spin drivers, which is not good in my opinion. Adjustment is going to be maximum distance plus 10, and once we have done that, we're gonna push up to absolute max. So 374 yards, and that's going to be played in very close to minimum distance of our club. You can see that I am very close to minimum distance, and now I want to play with a grizzly, and even though in a lower level you will be able to find the ball guideline to the hole. So ball guideline to the hole, you can see that we are pretty far away to the pin, but that is all planned for. Here I played minimum distance minus 15 and adding 2 decimals, which would be equal 6% slider with your grizzly club. But minimum distance minus 15, and then you add 2 decimal for this approach from 374. And if you do hit perfect, you will see yourself being either very, very close, or I would say actually you will drop this one more than you will miss. Make sure that the ball guideline is slightly through the hole, because we adjust from a higher to a lower point. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very good chance making an eagle, and I do believe we need to get one if we're gonna have anything to do with winning the tournament. For hole number 6, the only thing that we're looking for is an eagle here. We cannot really do much with this type of wind either. So here I would strongly recommend you to play with the big topper as a driver, no matter what type of level you have it in. Unfortunately, I forget to pack that one in one of my bags, which means that I'm left to play with the driver that gives me the most topspin off of the ones that I do have. And that's going to be the Apocalypse level 3. So even if you don't have a big topper, let's say that you have been very unlucky and not getting the big topper unlocked, then you should be using the driver after that gives you the most topspin of the ones that you do have. Power doesn't really matter on this drive, as we're playing it in medium distance with no elevation, and then we get the ball down to the fairway, and we want to gain as much distance possible here to be positioned better for the second shot. Second shot, we play with a wood club that gives us topspin. I was about to say power, but that's wrong, because here we need topspin. And the Horizon, even though in level 1, will be a very good club to get a lot of topspin here, so we don't struggle with getting the ball to the green area. Here, I do want to give you the tip to not go long. Rather go short and have a wedge than go long and roll over the green, because here we cannot really go for the pin. We do have rough, we have bunker very close to the right side there, or like with the pin there on the right side. So really think about how you're pushing this one. I'm playing this one myself for an eagle. One ball curl outside adjustment ring to the right, medium distance +10, and I'm either want to be on the fringe or on the green. That's what I'm looking for. You may want to push this harder, but I do not see the benefit from doing that. I do think that it will cost us the eagle more times than we will be rewarded with an albatross. For hole number 7, we're gonna go for a rough bump, and here I'm using 3 bars of backspin with my sniper. And please disregard the level of the sniper, you can play with whatever sniper you may have. Top of the yellow ring by the edge of the rough with the ball guideline going to the hole. Adjustment in this video is 7.5 rings, but I would strongly recommend you to reduce that and play medium distance +10, which equals 1 to 1. So we're looking for a 7.3 rings for a 7.3 miles per hour in, to get this one correct. So just display the outcome here, you will see that with a 7.5 ring adjustment, which is a little bit more than what we should, then we will miss pretty much with 2 decimals on the left hand side. So go with 1 to 1. 7.3 rings for 7.3 miles per hour. That's obviously the same if you have lower wind. You go the amount of rings that is the same as the amount of miles per hour you have. Then you're gonna have a good chance making a hole-in-one on hole number 7. For hole number 8, we're looking to go over on the left hand side, and here I want you to play with a power 3 ball. Titan or Kingmaker doesn't matter, we just need the power 3 so we don't struggle with having the power enough to get over. 4.5 bar topspin, 2 bars of side spin to the left, and once again I'm using less bars of topspin than I have the possibility to use, because I do want to display the shot as to be working with an extra mile level 7 or below. Now I stretch out so I can see the second bounce to be halfway into the rough. A little bit too high up in my opinion though. I would like to reduce the push up that we do have there a little bit, and I do want us to aim just above the bunker instead. Adjust max +10, then I do push up 1.5 ring, but I do think we should be pushing up 1 ring instead. And the reason I do want to do that is because I actually want the second bounce to clip the rough. It will clip the rough, roll out, and we will have a medium distance short iron towards the pin. If we don't clip the rough, we're gonna have a wedge towards the pin, and a wedge is, in my opinion, harder to adjust for. And the reason for that is that we are going to be longer from the pin, and it's going to be played with a different elevation sometimes, I would say. In this case, I will be keeping the same elevation, which is nice. That's why I wanted to at least display this type of shot as well. Max with no elevation here, and aiming with the ball guideline to the hole. And the thing is though, once again, I rather want to have a short iron, and have in mind that if you do bounce into the rough and roll out, you're going to be very close to medium distance of our club, and then you're not going to play max, as that's going to be a different club distance. But always make sure that you do check your club distance before you are determining the adjustment, otherwise you will struggle in the long run. Nice little eagle here. Boom! For hole number 9, here I want to strongly recommend to play with a driver with 6 bars of topspin. If you don't have that and you only have 4.5 bar, I will explain to you in just a bit what you need to do. Yellow ring by the rough line, and I'm playing with Apocalypse level 4. I made this drive with Extra Mile, Apocalypse, and with Thor's Hammer so far. And the only thing here though is that I do want to have the 6 bars of topspin. Max left spin, I'm using 3 3 rings of overpower with my club, and I would like for us to maybe remove a smidge of curl because we do not want to have a great left and then go into the rough. So I would recommend to take off a little bit of curl to what I do explain here, or do display here on the video. Second shot, I do play with a sniper, and the reason I play with a sniper is because I do have it in at least level 8. If you don't have level 8, then you should be packing the Guardian instead to make sure you do have the backspin. And here I'm going with 5 bars of backspin, 2 bars of side spin to the left, and you can see that the tip of the ball guideline is just short of pin, like half a green square short of pin. And the reason for that is that with the tailwind that we're having and the massive uphill adjustment that we're gonna play, the ball is gonna be pushed further up before it turns left. So therefore we need to aim just short of pin. Adjustment, I'm playing in between medium and maximum distance with a minus 20% under adjustment. So it's a massively uphill shot here. Bounce, bounce, and it takes the turn, and we snuck it in right side cup for a lovely albatross here on hole number 9. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough with the tournament win for Pro Division in the Night Sky Tournament in Golf Clash the game. Make sure you get your package at Ultimate Tournament Guides on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. You can always send us an email at support@golfclashtommy.com if you have any type of Golf Clash related questions. Video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and a massive good luck in the Night Sky Tournament.